Hello and welcome back to the 46th episode of my still unnamed survival series. This is my survival world, and today we're gonna map it. We're gonna have some pretty massive terraforming projects coming up in the future, and I want to track and log all of that with some locked maps. I would love to have the ability to show the progression of this world through time, and that is exactly what I'm hoping to accomplish with these locked maps and map monuments. These monuments will be scattered throughout my world at key locations in the map, like a little treasure hunt while you're exploring the world. These monuments are gonna have to be a limited size, and I'm thinking just big enough to map out the village all the way to the mega base and just wide enough to see the boat out in the ocean. I definitely want to get the windmill in there and Guardian Lake. So we're gonna keep expanding the map until I can show everything I want to. We're not gonna go all the way out to our farms, that's just a lot of open ocean. And of course, the main ingredient for this endeavor is maps. We're gonna need quite a bit of locator maps for this. We've got our maps all ready to go, and this is our first map. This is our village. This is the main section. We're standing right in the heart of our world, and honestly, it looks pretty cool. These paths swirl a little bit more than I thought they did. Kind of interesting. And here's our second map, right past the village. And the third, which should be, only part of our windmill. And we've made our fourth map back. This is kind of crazy. I didn't actually expect the village to be this big. I was kind of expecting a 3x3. I've laid out a pretty good section of our world now, so I think we're gonna go back to the village, lay down some item frames, and get a pretty good overhead look at our world. And now we're just gonna lay out a 3x3 little spot of item frames. Oh, this is wrong. I need a 4x2, not a 3x3. This is definitely not enough maps to show off the entire village, so I'm gonna go probably 2 maps out to the right past the market and try and show off all of the village. We haven't even seen the mega base yet. Gosh dang, this is a way bigger area than I thought it was. This is a 4x4 map, and we have to go bigger in each direction. Our village is still cut off, and we still haven't even seen the mega base on the map yet. This is a huge area. As it turns out, our mega base doesn't even fit on one map. This is ginormous. If we scooted this over center, it still probably wouldn't even fit on one map. That's pretty cool. This is definitely the biggest structure I've made. For now. Okay, this is quickly turning from a small map to a large map. I like the size of the maps. I like the detail that you can see with this size. So we're gonna keep this size of map, but we're gonna make a lot more maps. This is quickly turning bigger than I thought it would. We're getting there. I can see the mega base now. Most of the village is mapped, but I would like to showcase around Guardian Lake because I do plan on extending out there. Our world puzzle is almost complete. We just need to finish out this bottom section of the ocean and a little bit to our left just to make sure we get all of the village. I'm also trying to get everywhere where the village is going to expand into, which is pretty much entirely around Guardian Lake. Now we're getting somewhere. We have the bottom side of the village completely filled out, but this doesn't go far enough. Oh, that's not right. We still need to expand a little bit more just so I can see the dragon boat underneath the village. I wonder if the dragon boat is all in one map. That'd be kind of cool if it is. Oh, I definitely don't think it is. One more map maybe? I think it's right on the edge. That might be in 2 pieces. I can't really tell. That's pretty well on one map though. Rightio, we've got the entire bottom section mapped out, and it's kind of hard to arrange because everything is blue. Literally everything is blue, and I can't tell where anything is. This map is looking pretty good, but I'm thinking we're gonna map out a little bit more right past the windmill. The village is probably gonna expand a little bit further in this direction as well, so I think I'd like to get this area on the map. This map is way bigger than I thought it would be, but it's pretty much completely done.
Everything looks a lot farther away than it feels in the actual world, which is kind of cool, but everything on this map is subject to change. Eventually, this section right over here up into the swamp in this water is going to be a large mountain, and over by the mega base in this area is going to be a colossal city, all turned into land with a city built on top. And our little village and this city is going to merge into this mountainside, so overall, this whole area is going to turn out to be pretty cool when it's done.
Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and lock all of these maps. I've never made locked maps before, but if I remember correctly, you need glass panes and the cartography table. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up all of these maps and we're gonna lock them. I feel like we made a lot less maps than 62, but I saw a map number 62 fly by here, so apparently we've made a lot of maps. I definitely did not realize how big the area of the village is, and is going to be, because this is a lot of maps. And here is our finished map. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was, but this shows off everything that I wanted to. This is our entire area, and this is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's pretty cool though. And now that the land we love has been explored, I think we should revamp it even more. We have a raid farm that's busted and a colossal need for emeralds. So I'm thinking we make a colossal raid farm. We are going to attempt to build Pico Nico's 24 stacked raid farm in survival Minecraft. I first came across this farm on Silent Whisper's YouTube channel, so a link will be in the description below. But for now, we got some prep work to do. This is our current raid farm, and it currently does not work. So I'm thinking I'm gonna remove everything that I've previously built in this, get it all brand new spick and span as a functioning pillager outpost, and then start from scratch following Silent Whisper's tutorial. So let's start stripping out all the redstone components. Now we need to dismantle all the redstone and destroy the top section of this raid farm. There's not much redstone here other than a basic trident killer and a dropper, so this should be pretty easy. The redstone is removed, so now I'm gonna start hacking away at the brick and leaves. And the farm itself is gone, poof, without a trace. Vanished completely. And the actual outpost still needs quite a bit of work. We have water leaking out the side and leaves everywhere. So now I'm gonna go ahead and restore it to its original working order as it was spawned. That way I'm sure nothing I did can break the farm we're about to build. And voila, a fully restored pillager outpost, fully functioning and fully beautiful, ready to destroy. Now that we know it works and we still have pillagers spawning, we are gonna start the process to turning this into a farm again. And the first step in that process is figuring out where exactly these pillagers spawn. There's still a chance that we won't even be able to use this outpost. We need to build this specific raid farm over an outpost that has 4 spawn spots. And that's what we're trying to find. When an outpost has more than 2 spawn spots, they'll generally appear on the outside of the actual structure, so they're effectively useless. So in order to find them, we need to build out the top layer of this outpost, just like we're doing here, so they can actually have a block to spawn on. And once we get this platform built, we need to cut off the top section of the outpost and then cover the entire platform with glass panes. This is going to allow the pillagers to spawn in between the glass panes, and that is going to show us the spawn spots. And now that we have all the glass placed, we are going to come out of the spawning radius, and this should allow the pillagers to spawn in between the glass panes. Oh, we got some right here. Now we know we have at least 1 spawn spot. So now I'm going to cut around them, leaving them inside of the panes, and then repeat the process a couple more times until we find all the spawn spots. We have found 4 spawn spots, and I'm actually really excited about that because I did not want to have to find another pillager outpost to make this raid farm. I really wanted to keep it here. And now we need to do some fancy stuff with those spawn spots, so I've grabbed a locator map of the raid farm area, and now we need to actually mark out where the pillagers spawn exactly. They spawn on the upper left corner of this block,
And we're gonna be putting it in the same direction and orientation on all 4 of the spawn spots. Now that we have our spawn spots marked out, we need to level this entire outpost. And just to, again, give credit where credit is due, this farm was designed by Pico Nico, and I first heard of this farm from Silent Whisper's YouTube channel. I am following a tutorial for this. There will be a link in the description below. I will be following this tutorial as exactly as I can. This is a very complex process, and I really don't want to mess this up. I'm just gonna take down this platform now, and then the rest of the building, only stopping when we finally reach the very bottom birch floor. I've stored all of the blocks from the outpost and the redstone components inside these 5 shulker boxes. These are going to be the primary sources for our new raid farm. We recycle here in this world, and that's exactly what we're gonna be doing with these leftover pieces. And on the subject of keeping things green, we gotta coat this entire place in leaves. We gotta spawn proof and make sure nothing spawns on this platform. This is the Y level for the new spawning chambers. These are gonna be right above the original spawn spots. I'm not actually sure why we're moving the spawn spots up. I might have to play around with the mechanics of this farm a little bit later on just to try and understand exactly what's going on here. We're using this map to double check the orientation. This is a very directional farm in pretty much every way, and I want to make sure I do this perfectly. We're making these spawn spots 2 by 2 directly above the originals, and then we're going to be building up some walls around these squares. The secrets of these kill boxes shall not be revealed. If you want to see how the inside of these are made, go support Silent Whisper and his channel. And we're just gonna spawn proof these 2. I've added the trash cans and trident killers to the top. I'm now gonna build a place to connect it all up using our redstone circuitry. The redstone is placed and we gotta spawn proof this too. Raids can and will spawn on redstone dust. And now we're getting into the technical biz of this farm. I am marking out the chunk borders with a non-spawnable block. This farm is chunk aligned, and it takes up quite a bit of chunks. And these are the chunks I laid out for the farm. This is quite the colossal footprint, and hopefully the loot is equally as proportionate. But for now, I think I'm gonna start work on the AFK platform. This is unlike any AFK platform I've seen in Bedrock before. This is something more similar to Java. I think this is a minecart AFK platform. I honestly have no idea, but for now we're gonna break out our redstone shulker boxes and add some of this redstone. From the looks of it, it's gonna be pretty simple with it being mostly observers and trapdoors, along with a pretty sizable amount of rails. There's definitely a lot of rails on this AFK platform. This is pretty much interwoven on this entire thing. But I'm pretty sure the majority of the redstone in this farm is on the AFK platform. This seems to be a control panel of sorts for the entire farm, which is honestly so cool. I'm just now starting on the second layer of this AFK platform, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and build the rest of it, at least up until the roof. This is so much fun. I really like this AFK platform. This is like a little roller coaster. Oh my gosh, I've never had a farm like this. This is where we're gonna be AFK'd, but now we need to spawn proof it. And an interesting thing about this is we also need to spawn proof it for phantoms, so there's gonna be a pretty large roof on the top. And this is how we're gonna spawn proof the AFK platform, by throwing leaves in literally every possible place we can, making sure no block is exposed to the air. Raids will spawn there. We're also going to install some phantom protection by placing solid blocks everywhere that the player is exposed to the sky. And then we're going to put leaves on that as well. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. This is the AFK platform with a finished roof. We still need to add a couple things down in this direction. I think most of the farm, to be honest. But as of right now, we have an AFK platform. Since this is a raid farm, we need a village and a place to store the villagers. So I'm making a villager containment unit. These little holding chambers are gonna be completely spawn proof because we need to protect these villagers. Raids will completely obliterate them. We are making some fantastic headway here. We've got all of our redstone connected to our AFK platform, and it runs all the way down using slime blocks. When we flip a switch up here at our AFK platform, all of these trident killers will activate and give us bad omen. Now we get to work on the kill chamber, the actual kill chamber, the raid farm kill chamber. This is gonna be great. Okay, this is actually surprisingly simple. It seems to legit be just a very big platform with some basic water mechanics. I mean, it's a platform with some thick walls and spawn proofing, but yeah, this is actually really simple. It's a fairly large platform, I'll give it that. And this is pretty much the spawn platform. I've built the walls, spawn proofed it with leaves, and then this water is gonna push them into a trident killer. The redstone for this farm is pretty interesting. All of these pistons are basically individual trident killers. It's one whole line of pure trident killer. This is pretty cool. This farm also called for some glass above the water. I'm not entirely sure what it's for, but it's there and covered with leaves. So I've built up the kill chamber. That was actually really simple. And I've also placed down some workstations on the other side of the kill chamber. You can see them way down there. They are chunk aligned with the rest of the farm and with the villager holding cells, I guess we're gonna call them. But now we need a path connecting the villager workstations to the villager chambers. And we've also got to build a path connecting to and through the nether. We're gonna be taking them from the villager breeder all the way in the village. This path is almost like 200 blocks long. This is insanity. And that path is complete, reaching everywhere we need it to. And now we're gonna test and see where this nether portal brings us, because we're gonna have to build a path to the main portal in the nether. So let's see where we ended up. Oh, that's not good at all. All right, we're gonna have to do some stuff. Okay, that's not right either. Alright, since our portals are definitely messed up, we're gonna have to do some finagling to get these things back on track. We've got to place a portal at the villager breeder and somehow connect it up to the portal over at the raid farm. And it can't connect with this portal at all. At all. Zip. We can't come here. Alrighty, we'll be placing it down at the villager breeder and seeing where we end up. Same place. I think I can work with that. We just gotta get the portal at the raid farm somewhere else, because that also connects with this portal. And let's see where it takes us this time. Bad. Very bad. What about now? Where do you take me this time? No. Bad again. This is the second time you put me in nowhere. This exact nowhere. Oh, what about you? Where do you take me? Hey, this is new. Where is this? Hey, this is good. This is good. I can work with this. Cool, so the raid farm's got its own portal. Yeah, I can live with this. This will work great. Okay, so the raid farm has its own portal over on this side of the nether hole. And the villager breeder portal goes directly to our original portal in the nether. I can work with that. I dismantled the portal that was in the house, so we no longer have our first portal functioning. So I'm just gonna create a path between the two portals so I can drag my villagers across. And now that we have our path established through the nether, we need villagers. Quite a few villagers, actually. I've already thrown in a stack of bread, and we have quite a few babies piling up already. Oh, he's drowning. He drowned. That's not good. Oh gosh, there goes another one. This isn't safe. Once these villagers grow up, we're gonna put them in boats and start dragging them through the nether. Well, I was gonna start moving villagers and doing some village stacking, but upon reviewing the tutorial, I realized that I totally made the farm wrong. Our villager chambers are on the complete wrong side of our AFK platform. So that means our path is wrong and pretty much everything is wrong other than the kill chamber and the location of the AFK platform. So we gotta demolish the villager chambers and start new. And then we can move villagers.
And here we go again, building up some villager storage chambers. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. And now we can move the villagers, but they really don't want to do what I want them to. They're definitely acting a little weird though. Go get it. Get the workstation. Get it, it's yours. Go to it. It's yours, buddy. It's calling you. You need it. It's yours. Get it. Grab it. Take the profession. Okay, I've gotten like 5 villagers in their proper place now, and all the rest keep falling off the side. I don't understand why. So I am widening this 2-block path, and hopefully they stop just walking straight off the edge. I don't understand why they do this. It makes no sense. He did it again. He's down there swimming in the thing. Just how? Why? I didn't really want to move these villagers at night anymore because it's kind of frustrating with the monsters. I probably should have lit this path up. But I got them in a boat and it kind of works. They're still doing the thing and I can drag them where I need them to go. It works pretty well, I think. Well enough anyway. We have the top done. We have 8 villages and 8 villagers in their pods. I have moved way more than 8 villagers, way more than 16. They all kept dying. They all kept yeeting themselves off the side of my path. Kind of frustrating. I've probably killed at least 100 villagers by now. So I need to breed more, but I think that I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this out and try and get all of the villagers into their pods. That did not go well. I died, many more villagers died, and no villager on the bottom layer will bind to their workstations across the way. So we're just gonna call it here. We're gonna do a 16 village raid farm. I think that is still more than enough to make this entire build worth it. Hopefully the rates are actually good. Hopefully this works as well as I anticipate. And hopefully we can just AFK this for a long time and get many a shulker box of emerald block. So now we're gonna dismantle all the path blocks. I think we're gonna leave the nether portal, but all the solid blocks have to go. And we're gonna start with all of the solid blocks underneath the beds. These have to go. And of course, so do the blocks behind and underneath our villager workstations. And finally, the path. Well, the farm is almost done. We still need to put in our tridents and give it a test run. Silent also says to flatten the area around the raid farm, but I don't think I want to do that. I really don't want to flatten any of this, mostly because I'm curious and don't want to spend the time to do it. So I want to see if the raid farm will still run if we don't flatten it. I'm hoping it will. This is kind of a relatively flat area, but we're gonna find out. So now we're just gonna add all of our tridents along this colossal trident killer. I think this is close to 34 tridents for this trident killer. That is a lot. These are also supposed to be enchanted with impaling, but I don't have any emeralds to enchant things with, so normal tridents they shall remain. Well, I guess it's time to test it. These trapdoors are kind of weird. I don't really know what they do. Oh, that's what they do. That's really cool. Oh my god, I didn't know it worked that way. That's incredible. So I guess each trapdoor represents a village, which when a raid happens, the bell rings, activating the trapdoor, moving me to the next one. Interesting system. That's really cool. I like that. So I think I'm gonna stay here for about 10 minutes and see what we get. Well, that's a lot. We don't actually have a storage system for it yet, so we just have a pile of things. We got 4 stacks of emeralds just from that, and I'm sure that there's more in this pile. There's also quite a bit of Totem of Undying, which is awesome. I think this farm is gonna be very efficient. And this is the raid farm as it is now. It is colossal in scale, but completely finished. 16 villages, 1 colossal kill chamber, and 1 very happy red skies. We've done a lot today. We have done quite a bit. So I think it's time that we call it quits on today's episode.
Thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around, and I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a little bit different than my usual content. I don't normally follow tutorials, let alone this closely, but I really needed a good raid farm, and this is a really good raid farm. But if you liked it, feel free to subscribe. A lot of people aren't subscribed, and I would like to change that. But as always, my name is Red Skies, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. If you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And as always, if you have any tips or tricks for using DaVinci Resolve or video editing in general, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your opinion.